From next year, many jobless Nigerians will begin to pay tax. And if you try to avoid them, government will lock you up for tax evasion.
I agree. Tax drive next year will intensify, but not for jobless people. But if by jobless you're talking about Yahoo boys, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but their case is not with the tax office, but EFCC.
If you be young boy out there, they make money, and every morning they wake up, they go work, government is trying to look for a way to tax you.
The taxman cannot tax your fraud proceeds, but if you are truly jobless, then there's really nothing to tax.
And in this video, I will explain to you how you go fit avoid that tax. Now, government understands say many of una they put on money inside on a personal account, which means what government won't do be say they want tax on what they call personal income tax. Personal income tax is a max of 25%. What that means is that maybe you receive 100 million naira this year, government will collect 25 million from that money, and they'll give you 75 million. Government will do you with it as a man they do you.
Where do I start from? With over 8 years of accounting experience, I can tell you that the taxman will not audit your personal account. What they do rather is what we call best of judgment. This is based off of the information that you provide them. So they try to ascertain your income level from your investments, business, and anything that you do for a living. So my dear, nobody will audit your personal account. Maybe the EFCC, but not the taxman.
But no worry, I'll show you how you fit avoid this kind of tax. Now, let's say every year you receive 100 million. What you go do, they very simple. Open like 3 separate companies and then move your money through these businesses.
You see this advice right here? Avoid it. And I will explain later. Let's continue.
Now, as a business here in Nigeria, if the money where the pass your account is less than 50 million naira, that account is tax exempt. What that means is that nobody go fit tax that account. So even if you receive 200 million naira every year from your different businesses, just open like 5 separate companies and then route the money through all these companies. As long as the money they pass through one company not reach 50 million, you'd have to pay tax on any of these companies. You can collect your money clean and clear, and you can move on without taxes. But if your business go big rich, you go fit still avoid them. Imagine say they make 1 billion every year. How you want to avoid tax? I mean, you want to open 20 different companies. That one will be hard to manage. But in the meantime, from when they between 200 and 300 million, you can use multiple companies to avoid paying tax. Once you big reach that level, give to Caesar what belongs to Caesar and move on with your life.
So let me show you why I say that recommendation will not work practically. So what he's saying is if you have a particular company making over 200 million naira, because you want to avoid the 50 million naira threshold, you spread that money among 3 other companies that you open. Where this does not make sense to me is because if this company A is the one making all the money, nobody that wants to do business with company A will be sending money into company B account number. It feels like a fraud, right? It makes no sense. Which means the money have to come in here first and go to the other banks. Now imagine you make 200 million naira in company A and he spreads all the money. That's 50 million naira. Makes sense, right? But no. If these other businesses are operating, it simply means any small inflow in this other business, aside from the one company A is bringing, will make them exceed the 50 million naira threshold. Problem number 1. Which means all 4 companies are not liable to tax. Problem number 2. The major problem of company A is not even company income tax, which is charged on the interest. That is the smallest tax we probably will pay. The major problem is value added tax, VAT, which is 7.5 of all the inflow that will enter company A. Which means if 200 million naira passes through company A, you will pay tax on that 200 million naira. And if by virtue of sending money to this other account, you cross 50 million naira, you will also pay another tax on the money that you've previously paid tax on before. Which simply means you are double taxing yourself. Now if you go and say, oh, why don't I go and open different accounts in different banks? Have you heard of TIN or BVN? Please don't do that. File your taxes and be a responsible citizen. My name is Mena. Until next time, stay tax compliant.